Well, good morning. 6 o'clock here on a Tuesday, and all eyes are on the Senate today as the Conservatives could introduce a motion to suspend 3 disgraced senators. Mike Duffy, Pamela Wallin, and Patrick Brazeau are facing suspension without pay for gross negligence in management of parliamentary resources. Duffy and Wallin are considering legal action. Duffy's lawyer claims his client was pushed into the scandal by the Prime Minister's office. Duffy claims the Prime Minister's chief of staff told him his expenses were allowable, but that he will be forced to repay them and accept a $90,000 compensation check or risk losing his seat. The RCMP's Major Crimes Unit is now handling the investigation of 3 sexual assaults at the University of British Columbia. For more on this, Greg Harper is live at UBC this morning. Greg.
Kyle, we're just outside the RCMP UBC detachment. This is a busy time for Mounties on campus right now. Still looking for a man they believe responsible for 3 sex assaults in as many weeks on campus. Police also working with the school officials, security officers, trying to find ways to make the campus safer. And that could mean the installation of more lighting and video cameras. Whistles are being handed out to students right now, and women are being asked not to walk alone, not to walk by themselves at night. This while police continue to search for the suspect. Also, students are being advised to take advantage of the university's Safe Walk program, which is a free service providing escorted walks to students.
Be aware of your surroundings, walk with friends, stay in the well-lit areas. Fortunately, most of the campus is fairly well lit, so we're fairly well served in that regard. Be aware that there are emergency phones spread around the campus.
The last attack, that happened on Saturday, early Saturday morning. Police are describing the suspect to be Caucasian. They say he was wearing blue jeans and a dark hoodie. It's possible he's in his late 20s. He's rather tall, 6'2", a thin build with short hair. And he did speak to his victim. And police say it's possible he has an American accent. Kyle?
All right, thanks for that, Greg. UBC will bring in new measures to help students better understand First Nations after a controversial chant based on the Disney movie Pocahontas was used during Frosh events. The new measures include making sure student leaders attend workshops around matters of Aboriginal and Indigenous understanding and developing events to build awareness around diversity and respect. Last month, UBC's Commerce Undergraduate Society was involved in a so-called rape chant. The group has offered $250,000 for sexual abuse counseling and education for students.
Over the longer term, we are looking at how we can modify the business curriculum in order to integrate greater awareness, not only of Indigenous cultures, but also strengthening content on the broader aspects of diversity, ethics, and responsibility.
A Surrey bouncer is in critical condition this morning. He was hit by a vehicle outside a bar on King George Boulevard early Saturday. The bouncer intervened in a fight between 2 men. One hopped in his truck and tried to race out of the parking lot, but hit the bouncer on his way out. The driver has turned himself in and is awaiting possible charges. Drastic and emergency anti-smog measures are now in place in parts of China to fight a high pollution index. For the second straight day, smog has choked parts of the country's northeast. Schools and roads are closed and flights are being disrupted. In some parts of the city of Harbin, visibility is reduced to just 10 meters. Reports have linked the pollution to the city turning on its public heating system for the winter. And in Beijing, private vehicles will be restricted to driving on alternate days, and factories will either be partially or completely shut down. Apple is expected to announce updates to its line of iPad tablets today. A news conference is scheduled to take place at the company's headquarters in San Francisco this morning. Specific details of today's announcement are all under speculation, but there is wide belief it could be related to a 5th-generation iPad that will be lighter and faster. The iPad mini could also get a refresh with a brighter and sharper display. And it may even be the case that Apple will announce something else altogether, like a smartwatch or improvements to Apple TV. be. The newest addition to the British royal family is back in the spotlight tomorrow morning. Prince George is going to be christened in central London. The third in line to the British throne will be baptized in St. James's Palace at a service conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Prince William and his wife Catherine are determined this event is going to be a small family affair. This guest list is so small, even some of the most senior members of the royal family, they're not invited. Tomorrow's christening will be the first time in more than 100 years that 4 generations of royals are photographed together.